person, and they're still out, not even on bail, but they still out trying to justify killing someone in their own apartment. I want you to understand, how does that work?
You ain't got the answers.
You see what I'm saying to you? Mm-hmm. So these are the things that he was referring to.
I know that coming into the game, came in making a highly conscious and political contribution, so to speak, to the culture off top. Do you feel like it's been, like in 2018, do you feel like hip-hop is doing its part? You got people like Kanye, obviously he's been heavy in the news, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing with him trying to connect Trump and Kaepernick, but just from your perspective, because you're somebody who I feel like people really listen to and respect your opinion, what are your thoughts on those things?
I mean, hip-hop doesn't necessarily mean it always has to, be making a voice about something, but I would say that it's definitely having an impact on, what's going on in the culture. Now, some people, they're out there, I get it, you know what I'm saying to you, but sometimes when you're going out there and you're going out on the edge, you gotta explain, you gotta give a disclaimer, because people would take it the wrong way. You see what I'm saying to you? Mm-hmm. And so then the question becomes, what's the motive? Is it publicity, or is it like you really don't understand what you're saying and the implication of what you're saying, or is it what's really good?
What's really good?
You know what I'm saying too?
Yeah.
I think because I'm a person who read beyond the lines, I kind of like understand what some of these guys are saying out there, but the average person is going to take it for face value. You see what I'm saying to you? Mm-hmm. And that's where you start to have an issue, because they're not going to understand what you mean when you say certain statements and remarks that can seem a little bit hurtful. I mean, I believe that, look, whether you like the man in office or not, he is entitled to support and like whoever he wants to like. Can't take that away from him.
He's got a point.
Whether you agree with the man or not, you don't know, what is it about him that, he likes. I'm sure it's not the fact that the incendiary remarks he's been making about certain groups. I'm sure that's not what he likes about the guy. But it could be other things that he think like, yo, you know what? I like this about him. And you know what? Guess what? He has the right to. That's what makes this country great. So I don't think he should be vilified because of that. But in the same token, it's his responsibility to make clear on why he says certain things. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say something and just leave it out there like that. But people don't understand what the hell that's coming from or what it means. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. If that makes sense, what I'm saying.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, obviously, you created a powerful documentary, so you're no stranger to politics. I mean, if it was you, do you think you could sit down with Trump if he wanted to, request a meeting with you or something of that nature? And do you feel like, you could make something impactful happen if you had
I know I can. And I think that any one of us, even if we have opposing views, like, for example, I talk about this all the time. When Mick Mills had an opportunity to go sit down with him, I thought he should have sat down with him. Because whether it doesn't matter if the dude is on where he's on, but the thing is, Meek had a powerful voice because he was fortunate enough to have gone through the system, even though it was wrong how he went through the system. He was one of the fortunate ones to come out of the system, right? But think about the thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of men of color that go through the system that don't get the opportunity to come out, despite on the fact that the system, did them wrong, right? So that would have given him a great opportunity to go in. And because sometimes, when you look at his base, the Trump base, that is, and who have a one-sided view about us and the culture and whatnot, right? You never know, man. And I'm not saying Meek could have changed all their views overnight. But it could have been one person that could have been like, man, you know what? I'm listening to this black man's story. You know what? I understand it, man. You know, he articulated himself properly. You know, he looked like a decent man. It's just a different culture. Even if he just changed one person from that base mind in sense of like, okay, I understand. You know, that's everybody's different. Every culture is different, right? So I think it was a missed opportunity for me, in my opinion. Because sometimes until you sit down with someone who have opposing views with you, you just keep furthering the gap. Because I ain't fucking with him, or I ain't fucking with her. Like, so you never know. You might have more in common than you think you don't. You feel me? Like, I think. So if I was to sit down with him, I would have come from the point of view like, so, Mr. Trump, why do you feel like Haiti's a shithole?
Oh, kill him. Oh.
And why you felt like it's cool to have said that, right? You don't think that was hurtful to a lot of people from Haiti and Africa? Like, how would you like if somebody said something hurtful about you or your family? Tell me how would you felt about that, right? Because sometimes you throw right back at him, and he probably would have been like, "Damn, you know, I ain't really see it like that." You know what I'm saying? Not being combative, but just trying to explain to him, like, "Yo, when you say this is a shithole country, that's just hurtful to people who's from that country, man, or from that continent. And you a leader." I would have said it to him in a very respectful way, because he's still the commander-in-chief, right?
Okay, respect.
But, you know, you got to be real with him. It's like a tough love type of conversation. So if Meek would have sat down with him, Meek could have been like, listen, I just think the justice system is not fair to the men of color. I happen to be fortunate enough to beat Meek Mills, and I had a whole culture behind me that saw the injustice. I mean, think about this. This woman put me away in front sight, and we know it was wrong. Can you imagine everyone else, the 99.9% of the African Americans that don't have that platform for us to see what they've done? So if she's doing this shit in plain sight, what do you think they're doing to people who ain't got this platform?
Oh, hell no!
Right. Did you think it was strange, Pras, that she was a woman of color as a judge in his case?
I mean, not really, man. You know, listen, bro. Come on, man. We know the stories, man. Yeah, you know, you got the motherfuckers that were in the field, and you got motherfuckers that were in the house, B. You know how that shit goes. But there ain't nothing going to change from that, bro. Whatever they do, that's going to be that.
That's real. Nah, I mean, I look at, you know, what you all accomplished, you know, with the Fugees, I think, and just coming into hip-hop, you created a lot of pride, especially for those of us. I mean, my family's from Ghana, West Africa.
Okay.
So,
in West Africa.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The first African country to get it to be independent.
Absolutely.
Right.
But, you know, the connection with Haiti is, you know, the history of Haiti, man. I mean, obviously, it's an extension of the continent, man. And so, you know, you made a lot of us proud and able to, you know, carry our flags with pride as well. So I salute you, bro. And
no doubt, man. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tremendously. So what you're doing in technology is necessary. I'm looking forward, man, to Blacture just, you know what I'm saying, being dominant the same way Apple.
That's what we're trying to do for the culture. I mean, think about this. You got family back in Ghana right now, right? Still?
Absolutely, yep.
Now, how many times somebody in the family member calls you and be like, yo, man, send me some money real quick, right?
Yeah.
You got to run over to that other spot. I don't want to name the name either. But you got to run to the other spot and send the money, right? Now, can you imagine if you could send the money from the touch of your phone, bro?
It's a game changer.
Less expensive than the other spot? Think about that, man.
It's a game changer. You know what it is.
It's a game changer. You already know what it is.
So say the dark secret. Signing out. Peace.